We don't have a strategy or a clear policy
well,
right now?
No, we have a strategy, but here's the point. Again, I go back, you're constantly adapting it and shifting it, but my point has been that we need to more clearly define the political strategy that should lead the military strategy. Putting boots on the ground or special operations forces or the strikes. We started those strikes more than a year ago, and they are part of the strategy. They have to be part of the strategy. Building up the military capacity with those who are willing to help in that area, part of the strategy. But that has to be just part of the strategy, and that must come from a larger overview of what is the larger objective here.
Right. I want to read something from Michael Vickers, who was the Undersecretary for Intelligence while you were Secretary of Defense. He wrote an op-ed in Politico saying the Obama strategy for defeating ISIS is not fast or forceful enough. Quote, "By any measure, our strategy in Iraq and Syria is not succeeding or is not succeeding fast enough. We're playing a long game when a more rapid and disruptive strategy is required." Is he right?
I think he is right, and I have immense respect for Mike Vickers. I worked with him when I was in the Senate, when I was co-chairman of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board. We do need to accelerate this, but I think at the same time, President Obama has been wise in asking this question: what are we getting into? And every time you make a commitment to accelerate,
right,
then there are a series of questions that have to come with it. I think our foreign policy over the last many years has never ever really developed a series of then what happens, then what happens, then what happens. You take down Saddam Hussein, well, who governs?
Right.
How are they chosen to govern? Who makes that decision? Those are tough
right,
follow-on
the second
issues.
and third residual issues.
Yeah, and we don't do that very well. So I think Mike's points are generally right.
I want to ask you about the